They wake up inside invisible walls. Walls they did not build, rules they did not choose, limits they did not question. And because everyone around them lives inside the same prison, they mistake it for reality. That is how the system survives. Not through force, through normalization. It teaches you what to want before you are old enough to think. It hands you fears and calls them wisdom. It hands you limits and calls them responsibility. It hands you obedience and calls it maturity. And slowly, without ever noticing, you become exactly what the system needs. Predictable, safe, replaceable. This is how average is manufactured, not by accident, by design. Because an awakened mind is dangerous. A person who questions the script is dangerous. A person who refuses inherited limits is dangerous. So the system trains you early. Dream, but not too big. Work, but not for freedom. Obey and call it success. And most people accept the trade. They trade freedom for comfort, truth for approval, potential for safety, because safety feels warm, comfort feels harmless. But comfort is often the softest form of captivity. It does not hurt you immediately. It slowly sedates you. It makes surrender feel peaceful. Until one day you realize you are living a life you never consciously chose. That realization terrifies people, because once you see the cage, you cannot unsee it. You begin to notice the lies. The lie that security is freedom. The lie that fitting in is success. The lie that shrinking your dreams is maturity. You begin to see that fear has been speaking through every safe decision. And suddenly, your normal life starts to feel like a carefully managed prison. A prison built from expectations. A prison built from fear. A prison built from invisible permission. Permission to dream small. Permission to stay average. Permission to remain obedient. And permission is the most dangerous weapon of all. Because when people wait for permission to become powerful, they remain powerless forever. They wait for the right time, the right confidence, the right opportunity. And while they wait, their ambition dies quietly. This is how potential gets buried. Not in failure, in hesitation, in comfort, in endless obedience. People think destruction is violent, but the most terrifying destruction is silent. It happens when a person slowly abandons who they could have become, year after year, excuse after excuse, until the extraordinary part of them disappears. And what remains is a version acceptable to everyone, except themselves. That is the tragedy of average, not poverty, not struggle, but the murder of possibility, a silent execution of potential. And the executioner is fear. Fear disguised as practicality. Fear disguised as responsibility. Fear disguised as being realistic. Most people bow to it. They call surrender wisdom.